you're good.
Alrighty. Welcome everybody. Hopefully the stream is up and going. We are here for Split 2, Round 8, Le Castellet here at France. I'm joined with BRL Skeppy, the one and only admin, creator of BRL.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
You know, I'm good. It's been a long day. I've been up for a long time, but I'm doing good. I'm excited to watch. I'm excited to watch the race, but also commentate over it. Really excited. I watch these races every week, and they never cease to amaze me.
Oh yeah, Split 2 is always it's always fun. So it should be good here. France is a very interesting track. It serves its own set of unique challenges, and I know these drivers are gonna do whatever they can to get the good results. See here, loading into the lobby. We'll get qualifying underway here shortly.
I'm just going through the Twitter and just posting the tweets and everything, so don't mind
Cool.
me.
Sounds good.
There's one.
Alrighty.
These lobbies take forever, man.
They do indeed. I just love those Codemaster servers.
They are. We shouldn't jinx it because Codemasters might be listening and they'll be like, "Oh, you guys."
Alrighty, qualifying is now underway. 18 minutes to go until we crown a pole setter here. We got 15 runners today. Should be a good grid. Got a lot of guys in here. Very, very quick. 6-car, of course. All these guys in here. Like me or not, been doing really, really well in Split 2. Mr. Beef Baby, of course, a very fast driver. So I'm actually not sure how these Split 2 guys fare at France. I know some people really like this track. Some people are not the biggest fans. So it's going to be really cool to see who does well or who really shines.
I had just received news that it is heavy rain during the race. So this is going to be an incredible race.
France is a tough one. I remember Split 1, Season 1. It rained in France, and I got a really good result there because it's extremely difficult. I was also using assist in Split 1, so that made my life a whole lot easier. But it was a really good race.
Yeah, all the Split 1 races, actually, I think every race I've ever done here except for this past one this last Friday has always been a rain race in France. It just seems to be a curse. And they always turn out super incredible, and it really pushes everybody's limits, which is really good to see.
Yeah, I agreed. I think the rain makes it interesting. It provides a whole nother challenge. It eliminates the issue with tires. You just kind of got to manage those as best as you can. And like for the heavy rain, it's almost better because you don't really have to worry about it until your tires start to go. I don't remember which race it was where it was raining, but not quite enough to be like cool for the tires, so the tires wore down really fast, and it was just a disaster.
Those are the absolute worst races.
Yeah.
They are terrible.
It's not fun.
I'm on board with SingStar at the moment. I don't have the Twitch pulled up on my computer, so I'm not looking at it.
Oh, you're good. You just provide your own comments there. We'll look around.
Yeah. SingStar is... Let's see. Obviously, first in points with 168. He has a 73-point gap over Mr. Beef Baby. It is... He's pretty much got to screw up the entire rest of the year to lose anything, really. But...
Hey, you never know. You never know what can happen in a couple of races.
There's a couple things in the works for BRL moving forward that may shake up both splits coming up in the next season, so hopefully that will be it. SingScar, yeah, he's literally like Australia P2, Bahrain P1, China P1, like dude's just taking over, you know?
Absolutely. He's been so dominant all season. He's had some absolutely phenomenal drives and been very, very impressive. Very consistent, too. And I think that can be hard between tracks. Like, he's had tracks where he's done just, absolutely outclassed the field. And even in the races where he was challenged, he was still super consistent, doesn't make mistakes. So we're going to see what he can do here. He's starting his first flyer on the soft compounded tires of the Ferrari. A couple other drivers have started their lap. Slingshot was on his hot lap and abandoned it. So we'll see as the time starts to come in here pretty soon.
So my question for you is, what do you think, considering you just like you participated in the race on Friday. What do you think these guys' strategy is going to be?
I think the rain throws a wrench in it. I think that makes it a whole lot more difficult to say. I think if it's going to be heavy rain, if it's going to be on those wet compound tires, the key is consistency. It's a little bit of a match of attrition when it comes to those style of races. You don't want to make mistakes. If you lose some of your wing, it's not the end of your race, but you want to avoid contact, obviously. Keep the car straight, avoid any incidents when you're starting at the back of the pack. You can make up a lot of time or a lot of positions really quickly if you can kind of stay clean. But don't make mistakes. There's a lot of places here where this track can kind of bite you even in the dry. So in the rain, you're pushing hard, you clip a curb, you're going off into that nice painted section on the outside of the track. So the key is going to be consistency and just keeping your head calm during the race, not letting the rain get to you, and really staying focused.
Of course, that's pretty much how it should be at every track, friends. When it gets slippery, like when it gets wet, oh boy, does it get slippery with all that paint. So if you if you mess up your 5 feet either way, doesn't sound like a heck of a lot, but you get on a little bit of that paint, and all of a sudden it's a nice ring out there. It is terrible.
Absolutely. Do a couple of times pouring in here. Sinks car 131.2. Go fast 131.228. Mr. Beef Baby, my goodness, 130.9.
130.9. Woo.
The 130 is a very good lap for him.
He is not going to hold anything back with that rain coming. He's going for top 5 or nothing. That's what I think Beef Baby's all about. Whereas, like me or not, he's just started a flyer. Like me or not is Mr. Consistent. He took a break in seasons 1 and 2, I believe, just due to the fact of his own personal issues. But he came back and he's just been on a mission. He's been on a rampage. He is 3rd in the driver's points right now with 86 points. Wow. He's 82 behind Sinks car, but his finishes are incredible. He's a very talented driver. He's had P5, P6, and then P3s. Yeah, he's super calculated. He's very focused on where he places his car and on the moves he makes. Hopefully Mr. B-Big gets out of his way here. I don't wonder if he knows he's not allowed.
Lots of cars on the way, not like Beat-Baby. Oh, goodness. One more here. Beat-Baby's not really seeming to get out of the way.
I'm not sure if he's on a lap. I think he's on a flyer. Oh,
he is. Okay. Let's see what the time's going to be for Lightning. Not here.
I'm going to say like a high 31 traffic.
30.
Yeah, that's pretty good guess,
actually. Exactly. 131.9. Up puts him in P5. BKB currently sitting on the provisional pole. 11 minutes left. Here in qualifying, Exia currently P3. 1.15. So really good time. All these drivers looking pretty consistent here. UK Phantom with a time, Slingshot, Nug Life, and Methods. Awesome times out on the board. Vicitas and Henchman on an outlap.
There was a couple of them that they should start making their way out soon. That grid's gonna start shuffling around really quick.
Interesting choices. Henchman is on a lap. That's feeler.
He might be, because I was also super curious about that as well. He went out on the harder tire. I don't think he may have looked at the weather. It's possible that he just isn't looking at the weather at all. But
you never know.
Hopefully this race turns around for him. He's had some really crappy luck lately. It's not.
It can be really frustrating too when that starts to happen.
Yeah, when you get into those slumps, they take over. It just seems every single thing that goes wrong can go wrong. And it all depends, like if you have just like a crappy day in real life, it can translate over to a race really quickly and everything just unfolds. So I think that people just need to start clearing their bit, and if bad stuff happens during the race, just forget about it, move forward, move on, and keep your head down and keep pushing it up.
Absolutely, and I think it's, we do this the league racing for enjoyment. You know, we're all here because we love the sport, and it's fun to get a chance to participate in something like this. And so it's easy to get frustrated with it because you're so invested, you put in a lot of time and practice. So when it's not going well, it can be extremely irritating. I speak from personal experience. But you know, we're here to have fun, and these guys put on really good races. So it's a treat to watch. It's a treat to be a part of, and I always look forward to these split two guys putting it all out on the track.
Yes, split two guys. They show like split one guys how to race, but they also show split one guy like split one guys a little bit faster. You know, a little notice, so just a different skill level entirely. But the pace is about the same, but the racecraft is where everybody kind of learns from each other. Is people
and I
will
think
watch
that's
one
so
race.
Great.
Yeah, some people will be they'll make mistakes here and there, and split one guy just be like, oh, this is how that mistake happened. All right, let's move on, learn from it.
I think this split one guys, everyone's so quick, and they're so competitive that you're pushing it the best finish possible, and the racecraft kind of goes out the window sometimes because everyone's so competitive. Then we get kind of irritated and we get mad at one another.
Everybody gets
everyone
mad
just wants to do well.
Yeah. Everybody gets mad at everybody, but when you talk to everybody, split one, split two, whatever, you talk to anybody throughout the week, we're all like super nice people, very humble, willing to help everybody out, but you kind of just want to track in a competitive nature, and the niceness goes out the window, so to say.
It's like anything else, you know. It's like I think even on the real F1 grid, there's guys that are friends and they can be close.
Beef Baby is starting another flyer.
So is Six Car. He's right actually behind Six Car. Six Car's on a flyer. So is Mr. Beef Baby. Coming up to the end of Sector 1, so kind of going back and forth between them. On board with Beef Baby currently right behind the Ferrari. Might get a little toe from him actually. Might benefit him. Maybe a little too far back because of the DRS. But Six Car really pulling away on that straight. Off the area, it's very easy to make a mistake from that chicane.
I was informed that we should turn the game audio down just a touch.
Okay, let's see. I want to finish up these laps here, let these guys kind of put in their time, see if they're going to be quick, and then I'll go change that. Oops. That's to not miss out on any action. Let's see here, it's going to be close between these two drivers. Not really a lot of time being pulled on from the Ferrari, so here to see if these times will improve. Rounding the final corner now. On to the Power 6 car. 130.8, Mr. Beef Baby does not improve, so Six Car now currently holds 1/10 faster, actually almost 2/10 faster than Beef Baby.
That's okay, we'll keep an eye on the action.
Back in the action. Good to go. Let's see here. Mitch is on a hot lap. Slower through Sector 2 from what I'd seen on the telemetry, and he's going to bail out, goes into the pits. Cetus soft compound tires. We got 5.5 minutes left here in qualifying.
I'm just super excited to get to the race. I want to see what happens in the rain. Like if it's super thunderstorm, torrential downpour rain, and you can't see anything, how are these drivers going to adapt to a vast amount of overspray?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's understandable with the racing line that it doesn't affect you too much, but there's that one special type of rain mode that happens in this game where it is like torrential monsoon downpour, and it's impossible to drive it, and we have no idea if it's raining that hard. It could be. They just said it was raining, so I'm not sure.
I'm excited to see what it's going to be between, because like you said, it can be really tough when it rains because it's either like, oh, it's raining and it's not wet enough, so so the inners suck, or it's pouring and you literally can't see anything. It's anywhere in between. So it's going to be really exciting to see. What I always love is the starts. The start in a rain race is something to behold. Like Australia, the first race this went to was meant.
And the start is crucial in the rain. If you can get out of the overspray and into clear air, and even clear vision, more so to say, you are set. If you can spot your braking point before anybody else, you're fine. It's just getting to that point. Just creating that enough of a gap to where you can be like, I got my braking point, I got my turn-in point, we're good. And then you just have to focus on not getting murdered. Yeah. Then you just focus on not getting murdered.
On board here with Nuglife, only 3% left in his ERS deployment. Looks like he's looking to run out for the end of the lap. Going to get a little bit of recovery here through this long sweeping right-hander. 6% left. 3.5 minutes remain here in qualifying.
Exia's on an outlap. I think Exia's got a chance. If he keeps his head clean and keeps the nose clean especially, I think he can do good here.
I'm watching currently, like me or not, just put out 4/10 for sector 1.
Yeah. Like me or not, it's just on a mission.
He's fun to watch too, man. His style of driving is so smooth for this game. That's not easy at all to make it look so smooth. So he's his racecraft to his quality, he's out about 0.17 on his lap. So a little bit of time lost through sector 2. We'll see how we can put together sector 3 here.
Could you go into the stream and bump up your audio just a touch?
Yes, I can.
Like
I
maybe
also
just wait on the top. Yeah. Just turn your audio all the way to 100. You should be good.
Will do. Let's see here. Mitch rounding the final corner. Or sorry, like me or not.
Like me or not around the final corner.
The first couple of sectors.
He lost a lot of time through sector 2. He lost about 3/10 through sector 2. I think
he was looking
I wasn't
really
watching
fast
his
for
lines.
sector 1.
Yeah, I wasn't watching his lines, sadly, which is really, like, really good. Just to see where maybe he could have improved on that. Let's see what X is doing.
Exi is down 3/10 through sector 2.
I think he may have messed up the chicane a little bit.
I didn't get a chance to see his lap.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, wide through that turn right there. Lost time through there.
Oh, I don't think... Like me or not doesn't have enough time for another flyer, which is actually a... Because that dude's got some pace around here.
Yeah, he does.
Let's see, McFace Stace is 700s up on his time.
Beef Baby's on his final flyer. I do believe he'll have just enough time to finish out this lap. 6 cars on his out lap. Coming up towards the end of sector 2, so we should have a nice little shootout here at the very end of qualifying. Beef Baby through sector 1 down to 10. Need to keep improving throughout the lap if he wants to beat 6 car.
Mr. Beef Baby is up at 10. On his time.
I always get on the terminology down to 10, up at 10.
I think it would
like
be up at 10.
Both ways.
I think so. Like, that sounds more grammatically correct.
I feel like I've said that and I'll say it both ways, but he's improved on his time 2/10 for sector 2.
Ooh, I go fast is starting a flyer too. This dude, he's got some pace. Oh, I think he may have he just got a corner cut.
Validated.
Oh, that sucks. P4 for go fast at the moment.
6
Mitch
cars.
is on the left too.
Gets across the line. We're going to see what Beef Baby can do here. 6 cars starting a flyer, so we'll jump from Mr. Beef Baby to 6 car. See who's going to take pole position here in France. Like me or not, it's going to get P6. Slingshot 11.
Mr. Beef Baby is 2/10 up on his time.
Final corner, getting out of the exit. What's it going to be? 30.6.
Provisional pole.
From 6 car. What 6 car? 6 car is down. Or
6 car just extended, so he may have just cut. Not, or extended at least.
Not sure. Let's see what's going to happen. Beef Baby currently on on a provisional pole.
Mitch abandoned his lap. Let's see, Jules.
Oh,
I'm going to stay
oversteer.
on board with Jules.
Sinkscar just got on the power a little too much, and he's now up on his time, down on his time. Now you got me thinking about it. Unless he can absolutely breeze. Unless he can breeze through Sector 3, Beef Baby might have taken pole position here. Go Fast has abandoned his, or that's Mitch. Go Fast is
Jules into Sector 3. Final corner. He's got to get a good drive out of here. Let's see. Jules, P4.
131.6. Sinkscar abandons the lap. He's not going to do it. P2 for Sinkscar. Mr. Beef Baby takes pole here in France.
That was hella fun to watch.
And it's only going to get better from here. The rain going to make this extremely interesting.
So
Beef Baby has to be ecstatic to get pole position there. That position so important in the rain as long as he can get a good start. These top two guys so quick. Good times from across the board as well. Exia takes P3, MRC Jules P4. So the racing points, P4, P5. Really good result from them. Mitch P6 in the Alpha, like me or not, P7. So he lost the position there at the very end. Phantom in the Renault P7, or P8. Henchman P9, and Pogs P10.
So I guess while we're in the midst of waiting for these guys to put their setups on and load up and everything like that, I would like to acknowledge our affiliates that work with us, our main affiliates at least, which would be Gamer Grind Co. and Into the AM, Vertigear, and Rogue Energy. These guys stick beside us through all of our shenanigans and expansions, and they just support us. We support them, so thank you, boys. Much appreciated, and we'll keep doing you proud. And, I mean, I don't know what else to say. If you're interested in hearing more information about what's going on in Breakout Racing League going forward, after the race today, after the interviews, I'll do about a minute of explanation as to what's going on and moving forward for all of the drivers and viewers who are interested. And then from there, we will end the stream, and we'll see you on what would be Friday for Split 1.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. And we have loaded into the lobby. These guys are setting their setups, and it is pouring. It is absolutely pouring.
It is right now. Absolutely pouring, and it is. I'm so glad I'm not driving in this. Like, I just get to watch it and enjoy it. If I was driving, my head would explode. I'd be so mad.
Currently up to 13 viewers on the stream right now. Good numbers to see. Always excited to have people here watching the race. Should be a good one here. Should be a lot of fun.
Sorry, I'm making a
waiting
tweet
on these
at
guys
the
to
moment.
load their setups. No, you are good.
It's hard to keep up with this stuff, you know?
Skeppy does a lot of the stuff for BRL. He's in charge of making sure everything runs smoothly, which is not a simple task given the personalities in BRL. No names being said. a lot of effort. It's no easy task. Or even me when I get in the door 5 minutes before the race starts. Doesn't make it. I don't make it super easy all the time. But
it's okay. The organization is key. Organization is key. That's all that matters.
Alrighty, we are ready for the formation lap here in La Castellet. Beef Baby on pole. Full wet tires for the grid.
It looks disgusting outside right now, and
the spray doesn't look too bad.
They're not up to speed, though. They're just coasting.
This is true. This is very true.
If you go on board with Dukes here right now and go into the T-Cam view, you will see exactly what I mean. Let's see, who's closer then?
Grid here. Oh, yeah, like me or not. behind Mitch into the turns. Oh, it's going to be
Yeah.
brutal.
This is going to be excitement at its finest, and I love the fact that there is 14 people who are going to enjoy this absolute carnage fest of France.
The track looks like a mirror. Like,
right?
It is the
worst conditions. It is the worst conditions, and it makes for such exciting racing, though. Like, when they had their season opener, he must have ran into the back of somebody. Who would be the next one that would be on the grid? Oh, wow, just Pogs. That's amazing. But when Split 2 had their season opener in Australia, I had never been so excited to watch that race and just panicking. Like, sheer anxiety for watching these drivers, like, go around. Just like, oh, man. And you could, like, anticipate the moves and just freaking out on the inside. It's great.
It was that race. I don't think I will ever forget doing the commentary for that one. Me and Deer Hunter could barely catch a breath. There was so much going on, literally every corner. A massive pileup in lap 1. I mean, just absolute insanity throughout the race. Cars wrecked out in qualifying. They wrecked out in the race. They wrecked out in different portions. Like, it was just insane. So we're going to see what France can deliver. A little more forgiving in terms of the track limits, but still not easy.
Hopefully so. And hopefully these drivers keep it clean, because I'm pretty sure that the admins of Split 2 don't want to add about 500 super license points this week. So hopefully they keep it clean.
Alrighty, we're lining up the grid. BRL Methods coming up. We're about to be underway in a rainy France.
An absolute downpour, and
lights come on. 3 lights, 4, 5. And the lights are out. We are off right now. Mr. Beef Baby gets a pretty good start. SingScar right behind him. Looking pretty clean from the start. No carnage there immediately. On board with a couple of on Beef Baby here. For the turn 1, hard on the brakes. Looking nice and clean through there so far.
End plates
Pogs spun it. Pogs is in the back. Mercedes of Henchman. Oh, man. Going back to the grid here.
About qualifying. Keep your nose clean. You can't win it on the first lap, but you definitely can lose it.
Absolutely. So Pogs loses out, loses 4 positions.
Like
Facetas
me or not,
wide.
Face a little bit of that. A little bit of that move over, big boy.
Go fast, got hard on the gas and spun it. Emerson was going to pass.
He's going to get swallowed up.
Eggsy is right behind him. But Go Fast. Eggsy early on the brakes, not wanting to be too aggressive. Like me or not,
I think Go Fast just covered over Jules a little bit.
Big pile up there. Facetas spun around. The Mercedes caught up in that slingshot methods, all those guys.
Wow.
Back up the field. Exia. Man, it's so wet out there. There's no rear grip. On board here, Mr. Beef Baby currently out front. Get on board with these guys.
Methods and Nug Life 2x2. Nug Life just gave the position up. I think Nug Life has wing damage too. Yeah, Nug Life has wing damage.
Hard to tell. You can barely see anything in the rain.
Right? Like me or not, going around Mitch on the outside.
Early on the brakes.
Like me or not, Mitch just got into a little bit of kerfuffle there.
Yeah, Mitch is going way off.
All over the place right now. You'll find the track. You'll find the track. There you go. Good job. Henchman into the pits. There should be a lot of drivers.
Over the back of Exia.
Wow, not a lot of people going into the pits. Henchman.
Like me or
not. Life.
Big save. Good save there from Like me or not. Got hard on the brakes. Lost the rear end just a little bit. Exia is chasing down the racing point of MRC Jules. Go Fast not far ahead of them either. SingScar about 6/10 behind Beef Baby.
I think this is Jules' second race in VRL Split 2, and he was super nervous last week in Canada, so I'm hoping the nerves shook off this week and he's just good to go, ready to get to the job.
There's very little room for nerves in a full rain race like this. So P4 right now looking really good, keeping it clean. We're going to see if they can, all these drivers can keep it up. On board with 6 car, currently 5/10 behind Beef Baby. Making a charge, a little bit squirrely for Beef in the front. You can see that rear slightly stepping out when you're on board on that Ferrari.
Oh!
Down to 3/10 now. Oh, that Jules just spun out.
I was wondering who just sent it.
Oh man, heartbreak for MRC. Jules down 8 positions, just doing really, really well. Coming on board, GK Phantom chasing down Exia. So Method's really kind of coming out of this really, really good from the start. Started P14, now up into P7. On the brakes there.
Everybody kind of just spread out right now. So hopefully
that's kind of what happens, I think.
Yeah, it's the gaps aren't far enough that it makes the race boring, but they're just far enough that if somebody makes a mistake, then it just makes everything super exciting again.
Oh, 6 car has to abandon it. Oh my goodness, almost goes into the wall, was chasing down Beef Baby. Had to let off the gas to not get into the wall, so he just lost about 3 seconds to P1. A huge mistake from 6 car, points leader. Now Go Fast is going to be within striking distance of the Ferrari.
So you know what? With the amount of rain that's happening right now, they're creating a dry line. So what they should be doing is on the straights is getting off of that dry line to keep those tires cold so there's grip. Because once wet tires start to heat up, there's nothing there.
Yeah, it's brutal, to be honest. I want to say it was Germany where it rained, but it wasn't quite wet enough, so the tires just absolutely died.
Yeah, like it's raining hard enough to keep the tires cold, but I'm surprised I'm not seeing more of these drivers going out into the absolute pond that is on the outside of that racing line. Just to cool them off on the straights. Wow, that is...
I'm sorry, what?
This is the first time that I think Codemasters has done anything to involve a safety car, but I can't figure out who for, though.
What that's for?
This might actually be that whole, like, torrential downpour I was telling you about.
I'm not sure what is happening. I have not seen this.
See, but I don't see a safety car out at... Oh, there it is.
It's right in front of Beef Baby. There it is, yeah. So, that's good. Man, Six Car must be saying a small little prayer right now. He lost so much time.
It is absolutely pouring. Like, you can see the puddles on the outside of the racing line. It is completely undrivable for these boys. Like, even if you do manage to have assist on, it is rough. See, but that's what it's weird. I don't know. This is like that torrential downpour that's just impossible to drive in. And I think the safety car is specifically just for like, hey, we're going to make sure you guys don't kill each other.
Well, if you're looking at on the onboard here with these drivers, Beef Baby's tires are at around 48 degrees Celsius. So they're
cold enough.
And it's interesting to see. It's not an issue of them getting too warm, but everyone's kind of catching up to the pack now. So a safety car here in France, not at all what I expected to happen in this race. So we're going to see what happens over the course of this. Currently on lap 4, the drivers all catching up. So now, whenever the race does eventually get going again, we're going to have a very interesting start.
If you go on board with SynxCar and TCAM right now, this is unbearable to try to handle. Like when he is behind Mr. Beef Baby, it is a disaster back there. Even Go Fast, it is terrible to be driving it right now. I can't even imagine how much stress these drivers must be under.
I'm going to be real honest with you. glad I'm not racing.
Right? My anxiety, I don't even have anxiety, but I'm about to get anxiety. This is terrifying.
So, safety car's still out. Still have at least another lap underneath the safety car. A couple guys into the pits. Facetus and Pogs getting into the pits. I guess just kind of get it while you can. We do have starters that are still not yet caught up to the safety car queue.
They might be upping their front wings just for a little bit more grip. If the rain's going to stay this hard, that's actually a smart decision. And while you're there,
that's
you might
definitely
grab
the realm of possibility.
Tires, right?
And I think because now we're getting a restart, you're not really losing anything. The safety car still has a whole entire other lap. Down through P7 is all caught up to the queue. BRL Methods and P8 is approaching here soon, as well as Slingshot, Henchman. All these guys are not far behind. Even our guys who were in the pits, Jules, Pogs, Facetus, all these guys, they're going to catch that queue. We've still got at least half a lap of safety car. Haven't seen a message that it's going in quite yet. So this is this is not what I was expecting. Like you said, I don't think I've ever seen a safety car in one of these races. Not a full safety car, at least. So yeah.
These guys, they're getting real, like, trick or real. How do I even word that? They're getting really flirtatious with the curbs, and I wonder if they realize that, like, they're slippery enough, and then you add a little bit of rain to this, or in this case, you add a flippin' monsoon of rain to these curbs. It's gonna get slippery.
Nothing like getting a little cheeky with these curbs. I know that inside curve that they just went. That inside curve that they just went through right there at the end of Sector 2 is enough to send you off the track in the dry. I don't even want to think about touching that curve in the wet.
Safety
car is in this lap from race control, but the whole pack has caught up to the queue. MRC Jules is caught up, so now we're going to go on board with Beef Baby. He's going to be in control of the start. Call for the Go Fast over the back of the Ferrari. 5-second time penalty for SingScar for a collision with Go Fast. Oh, that, I don't even know if you can enforce that. I kind of caught that on the stream. It looked like Go Fast kind of got into the rear of SingScar, but he gets a 5-second time penalty.
Go Fast is all over the back of SingScar right now. Oh, the traction though.
No.
It is terrible out there. I'm so glad Go Fast got that out of the wall.
SingScar on the brakes here in the turn one, looking through. Clean so far, like they're not a little wide. All these drivers going through, just kind of going through the pack. Everyone gets through it cleanly. On board with Beef Baby, a little bit of sliding in the rear, not a lot of grip. SingScar's going to be right there behind him. Oh, these tires are so old. There's.
I don't think there's anything you can do to keep these tires up except for literally drifting anywhere.
You can't see anything.
I know, that's what I was telling you.
You can barely see. You can barely see the car ahead of you. SingScar's approaching on Beef Baby. He's got a little bit of street. He's going to get early on the brakes. Go Fast coming in fast. Pun intended there.
SingScar is literally just driving blind into these corners.
Go Fast.
Beef Baby has the biggest advantage right now.
He absolutely does. He's got clean track in front of him. This is a tough corner through here. He's going to make a mistake. Nice and clean for these front three drivers.
Oh, like me, or Exia gets a little bit loose. Like me or not, catching up to the back of GK Phantom.
Henchman might have just had an issue. He's dropping positions.
Henchman's right on the back of the face though, but I think he's having issues with grip at the moment. He seems to be struggling a lot.
On board with SingScar here. SingScar really putting the pressure on Beef Baby.
Yeah, but with that battle going on, Go Fast has been able to catch back up. So now SingScar has to think of what he wants to do. Does he want to defend or does he want to attack?
He looks to be attacking here. He's looking up the inside, not going to be quite close enough. Onto the brakes into the first turn. Oh. He is on the gearbox of the Red Bull in front of him. My goodness. On board with SingScar chasing down Mr. Beef Baby. Oh my goodness, so much sliding there for Mr. Beef Baby.
So much car control and so much trust in the other driver.
Look at the throttle control of these drivers now. Through the corner, as I say that, Mr. B Baby gets a little bit swirly.
But that would have worked out for him because SingScar would have let off just to make sure nothing happened. And Beat Baby would have just been flat out. So he might have just gotten the better drive out of that corner.
Oh, Go Fast is so close to SingScar. I didn't realize he was that close to him. Coming into the chicane, these guys are so tight with each other. 5/10 separating them.
See right now is just sitting in the back. He's just waiting. Something's gonna happen between these three guys. I don't want to say it, and you know, I'll knock on wood to save my butt here, but someone.
The commentator's drivers.
Oh, buddy, I knocked on so much wood right now just to make sure nothing happened. SingScar keeps testing the limits on Beat Baby right now. Beat Baby does a lot of real life racing as well, so he can handle the pressure. He's got the nerve strength to do it. Oh, and as I say that, he gets a little loose.
2/10 behind. SingScar really got a good exit. He's going to get a great drive out of
SingScar
here. He's going to fly past
exit.
Beat Baby. Holy cow. But Go Fast is approaching.
Go Fast is coming up too.
Really close to Beat Baby, and he's going to be quite close enough to make a move.
Oh, Go Fast.
Gets on the
a little late on brakes.
Don't think he lost any of his wing elements. Having to abandon the track just a little bit. Oh my goodness, Go Fast close with Beat Baby. He's going to have the inside line. And Go Fast gets the move, but then he goes wide. I almost said he got the move done. SingScar now is going to be loving this battle between the two of them. They're going to be losing time. Beat Baby back into P2. Exia only 8/10 back, so Exia's gained a lot of time from that little scuffle.
Go Fast just got a really good drive coming out of turn 1. That be turn 5, 6.
Oh yeah, he's flying now. Coming down the straight overtake, ERS for the racing point. Oh, Beat Baby squeezing him just a little bit there. Go Fast kind of having to obstruct his line. Beat Baby did have the inside, but a little bit of a squeeze there from Beat Baby. SingScar, in the meanwhile, has pulled out 2.2 seconds ahead.
I think he's just trying to get out. He's just trying to get the hell out of there.
Oh, Beat Baby makes a mistake through that corner. On the inside line, Go Fast now into P2.
Beat Baby just needs to calm down, just take a breath. You got a lot of time left in this race. You just got to calm down, relax, compose yourself. At this point, he's probably scrambling.
GK Phantom really cutting that corner close, trying not to get passed by Like Me or Not. Like Me or Not does move into P5. Poe Rosso is currently P4, P5. Now Exia is going to be chasing down the Red Bull of Mr. Beat Baby. Go Fast getting a little bit wide. SingScar just pulling out the time now, taking advantage of that clean air in front of him. SingScar sets the fastest lap. Yellow flag, Sector 3. Not sure what's going on. It's Nick Facides has lost it near the end of Sector 3. On board here with Beat Baby now. Exia behind him, Like Me or Not, a little farther behind. Beat Baby went from P1 down to P3, now
Like
chasing down the racing point.
Phantom is closing up all that time.
3/10 now separate those two.
Yeah, I always get curious when people get this close to somebody else when they see a mistake is, do you want to push as hard as you can to try to force another mistake? But if you do that, are you getting too eager and you'll make a mistake? I wonder if people think about that while they're driving.
It's tough to, there's so many things to consider over the course of a race, and then you throw in these different variables such as rain, and it makes it difficult. Yellow flag Sector 2, it's Pogs in the wall again. Those tires are going to be dead after spinning at Sector 3.
Entry struggle is back there as well. Jules is just cruising along right now. I think Jules...
Now about a second behind Go Fast. Oh,
I think Jules is
sliding. Go Fast just
end.
lost it. Go Fast is into the wall. Way off in that runoff from... Oh, no. He spun off.
Wow, he ended up so far in on the infield.
Oh, Go Fast. Now into P10.
Did he lose any
wing?
wing?
Take advantage. I don't think he did. He didn't contact into the wall, so he just slid with that massive runoff down here in France. SingScar's into the pits. Let's see if anyone's going to follow. Beat Baby's going to follow. Exia is going to follow. Like Me or Not's going to stay out. So SingScar entering the pits now. Like Me or Not's.
The rain seems to be lightening up a little bit. Are they throwing on injuries? Like, is someone going to make that? Someone going to make that chance right now? Let's see.
They are indeed.
SingScar
on the intermediate
enters.
tire.
Mr. Beat Baby enters. Slingshot enters. Henchman and Jules both enters. Well, if Henchman and Jules, they just put on the enters. So if these guys were in a party together, they should have been listening to see if there was any grip.
Like me or
not, just made a mistake. Phantom into the net, the lead right now.
Oh, a little bit of a rear end there. Just a little contact between the two drivers.
Now, do we know how long the pit delta is here? It's approximately, what, about 20 seconds?
I think so.
It is a boot, 20 seconds.
Oh, another mistake there from Like Me or Not, goes deep in the chicane. Wet tires really proven to be a struggle now. Drivers have split up a little bit from the pit stops.
Yeah, if these two pit, like if Phantom and Like Me or Not pit, they would come out in P5 and P6.
That's
like between Exia and Mitch. Now that just depends on the pit crews themselves and if they can have a good sector 3 and keep that gap open.
Battle going on here between Slingshot and Nuglife. Slingshot was really fast into the corner, hard on the brakes, a lot of confidence there in the rain. Not an easy task to manage. So let's see here, GK Phantom approaching the end of Sector 3. He is going to go into the pits, Like Me or Not, also going to dip into the pits. So SingScar retakes the race lead here momentarily. Mr. Beefy about a second and a half behind Mitch, about a second behind Exia. Nuglife still all over the back of Slingshot. Both drivers have already pitted for the intermediate tire. Oh, a little bit of contact there, just a little tap.
SingScar is going to go past. Beat Baby's going to go past. Exia, Mitch. They might come out in P6, P7. Let's see. Nope, they're going to come out even further back than that. P8, P9, P10, 11. These guys might end up at the back.
Now. Phantom and Like Me or Not, no, they're going to come out. They're going to come out P6, P7.
Right at the front end of this battle, Slingshot.
Oh yeah. Oh,
now
confidence
this could
there.
Like up.
Really flying through there.
Oh, Jules is starting to get the hang of these inters right now.
Nuglife may get past Slingshot. Really flying through that Sector 1. These drivers have to be enjoying the grip these intermediates have with the decreased rain. Mitch is still, I believe, in. He's still on the wet compound tires. Beef Baby about 1 point behind Exia, 3 behind. The Phantom's currently pretty close to Methods, 8/10. Go Fast is also really close to Slingshot. The closest battle.
I should have, like, out of that spin, he must have been really frustrated, so maybe he just spent a lap calming himself down, posing himself. Seems to be back at it. Phantom with a 3-second penalty.
Go Fast pushing now up into P9. Looking to chase down Nuglife and Like Me or Not. Both cars not too far ahead of him. In front of the grid.
Ooh, Go Fast gets
splitting up a little bit. The rain is really let up here, so these drivers have to be pretty happy with that.
But even a little bit of rain is still rain.
Absolutely, trust me. No, it's still going to be a challenge. Henchman
It's still
time penalty for missing warnings.
While we have a little bit of a gap and a break going on here, I'm going to check the race director, let you know what the penalty situation's going on about.
On board with GK Phantom here currently. Methods.
SingScar with a 5-second time penalty. That would have been for that collision with Go Fast and the safety car. Beef Baby is clear of all penalties. Exia is clear 12 seconds.
Oh. Not ideal.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Not
GK
ideal
Phantom
at all.
looking for a move on Method. Off the inside line, the Renault approaching quick. Hard on the brakes, side by side. Method has the much better line. GK Phantom has to go a little bit wide. Good clean racing there from the two of these drivers.
That battling mode is going to let Jason, or I keep calling him Jason, it's going to let Like Me or Not close back up. Man, I'm so used to calling everybody by their first names that it's just impossible for me to use gamer tags anymore.
Understandable.
Nug Life is on the back of Like Me or Not already.
Go Fast is not far behind them either.
And Slingshot's not too far back from that yet.
See if he can catch up a little bit of time. We're currently on lap 12 and 27, so still a lot of racing left here in France.
SingScar and Beef Baby got about 3 seconds between them right now. So as long as Beef Baby, I think as long as he can keep SingScar in his sights, there's going to be a lot of that drive going on where he's like, I just got to keep it clean, hope for a mistake. Because right now, Beef Baby's technically in P1.
Go Fast just gained a ton of time at the end of Sector 3. He's now right behind Nug Life. Let's see if Go Fast can get a good exit here out of this corner of the straight. Could make a move here on Nug Life. We're going to see what happens. Saving up his ERS with a lot more deployment left than Nug Life does.
Oh, Go Fast!
Hard on the power, makes a mistake. Into the wall, he's out! He's out of the race!
No! What heartbreak! Oh my goodness, Go Fast.
He hit that wall not even that fast, and the wheel pops off.
It's just the angle and the wall. Those tires, they just never let go. As soon as you touch them, the car explodes. It's super shitty. I feel so bad for him. He had the pace.
Oh, absolutely.
He was coming back.
Heartbreak for Go Fast. GK Phantom now on board, chasing down Methods about 6/10 behind. Methods getting a little loose into that kind of wet spot of the track. You can see a definite dry line forming.
It's definitely getting really dry.
Still seems to be enough rain, however, to keep the tires at least a little bit cool. You're still getting a good amount of spray off the cars in front.
Phantom is on right on the back of Methods.
The temperatures look to be around 75 degrees Celsius, from what I can see. Hard on the brakes.
I don't know either.
Nice.
You got some kind of eyes. If you're looking at someone's wheel and seeing the temperature, I can't see.
I'm trying
nothing.
my best. It's 76 degrees on the rears and like 75 on the fronts. I'm trying my best here. Mitch could
Hey, you should give us a menu that'll let us see that. That would be great. Just give us a little thing.
I agree. I also. Method's going a little bit wide. Phantom. That turn right there that they just went through, where Go Fast right down, that turn is so deceptively hard for seemingly no reason. Like, it doesn't seem like it should be an issue. You just make the turn, you get on the power. No, that turn likes to eat your lunch for no reason.
Yeah, it likes to take your lunch money. That's 100% for sure.
It just bullies.
I think it just has to do with the weight transfer, and then the fact that it's a little bit off camber when you go into the corner, but then it off cambers again on the exit. It's really weird. It offsets that car in such a weird way where it almost feels like it just loses air. It's really hard to explain.
But I think that makes sense because you lose so much of that downforce, and when you just try to pound the throttle, the rear end steps out like nothing.
Yeah, when you get so used to dry conditions all the time, and even in the dry, it happens all the time. You get a little bit offline and it just destroys you. It's just, I'm not entirely sure. Too much throttle, too much steering angle, that's all it takes, and you're long gone.
We've got a train forming here from Nug Life from Methods. All these guys are extremely close to one another. Nug Life is really flying up on the back of Like Me or Not, really using a lot of that ERS, but he's going to be hard on the brakes. He needs to save some of that ERS, only about 13% right now.
We have Methods, Phantom, Like Me or Not, and Nug Life, all within poking distance of each other.
As our
if there was
regular
DRS
commentator
right now, this would be Slipstream Mayhem.
as our regular commentator Deer Hunter likes to always say in every stream multiple times, you could throw a blanket over these guys.
You could throw a small throw over these 4 drivers.
Oh man,
I love
Phantom
Deer
coming
Hunter.
up with the backup methods.
Oh, this.
Really close here, my
Oh,
goodness.
Phantom, don't
Making a push.
be patient. Just be patient. You'll
Like
make
me or
it.
not, it's really close here. The rain.
Like me or not, just
kind of
gonna
holding
wait.
steady. Oh, he's approaching fast on Phantom here, though.
I
Little bit
think
on the
he's
brakes.
just gonna wait, and he's gonna let these guys just battle it out.
All the while, Singscar is not pulling away from Beef Baby. He's kind of sitting consistently around 2.7, 2.8 seconds.
Can't forget about Singscar's penalty though. 5-second penalty, which puts Mr. Beef Baby in the net lead right now.
It does, but from what I saw on the stream, it looked as if Go Fast kind of got into the rear of Singscar, and the game registered the penalty to the Ferrari. So we'll have to review that. We'll have to see what it says, but it might be a little
It might be overturned.
What a controversy, as they like to say on Sky Sports. See what happens here at the end. All the while, GK Phantom still approaching real quick. It's harder to the brakes into turn 1. Nice and clean for these drivers.
Oh, like me or not, with a little bit of
wide.
an extension there. Nothing crazy though. Oh,
A little bit of sliding from the rear of Like Me.
a lot of. Well, Nug Life's right there too, so maybe that was a bit of a luck
second.
down.
Phantom gets a 3-second time penalty, so that's not going to be ideal for this battle. Trying to make sure no one else goes off right there.
Yeah, Nug Life is getting a little frisky with using Rich and Overtake going into that corner.
Well, look at Like Me or Not. Like Me or Not's really gaining in the straight. I don't know if his setup's a little lower downforce or what, but he is really pulling on GK Phantom.
Yeah, but he's also
currently AI on my screen.
He is currently AI on my screen too. And
Oh,
GK
contact
Phantom
there.
just lost
The
his end
Renault.
plate.
Oh. That's not always got to be slow through here now. So this is exactly what Nug Life is waiting on. These guys are forming a train here. Like me or not, going to try to get past the Renault. So, McFacitas is out. McFacitas wrecks out. See if we can catch where that happened. Oh, all the way, yep. Through that turn in the end of Sector 2. Jules almost got a little looser there as well. So Facitas wrecks out of the Grand Prix as well.
Pogs are out.
GK Phantom gets a 5-second time penalty.
Giving up on this race right now.
Yeah, he's on the medium compound of tires. Interesting. On the slicks. Yellow sectors 1 and 2.
I think
oh,
Pogs
missing the
is
battle
just
here.
gonna
Like
give
Me
up
or
right
Not just got past Methods. Man, Phantom had to pit after rear-ending the back of Methods. Methods is now no longer AI'd. So I'm going to be really, really frustrated if I'm the Renault. Phantom as Nug Life gets really close to the back of Methods. Like Me or Not's now going to be benefiting from this. Pulling a little bit of a gap, already 1.2 seconds ahead of the McLaren. Nug Life behind, going to want to make a move here. He's going to kind of get a good exit onto the straight. Oh no, ERS deployment basically, but he is flying. Nug Life gets past McLaren, almost no ERS left. Hard on the brakes,
Oh,
risky
Nug
on the
Life
brakes.
passed.
McLaren
Methods.
goes deep.
Methods tried to pull dry line braking. Almost worked.
That was, well, if you notice, it just stopped raining. It's now dry. The
did
track is
just
just
stop
drying
raining.
out. So let's see how this plays out. So for the leader, Singscar, about 3.7. Singscar is going to take advantage. He's going to dip into the pits now. So is Beep Baby going to follow suit.
There's still spray though.
So
There's still spray. So
There is still
Singscar might
spray.
they
And
might
DRS
have just made a big mistake. Unless the
DRS
track
has
is
got
really
an
drying that fast.
Well,
I
Mitch
see.
is dipping into the
That
pits.
is
While
amazing.
Eggsy is into the pits, everybody is coming into the pits.
So it must have been
Pogs
drying
just
for some
disqualified
time,
from
and we just
session.
haven't. Yeah, I pretty much figured he just gave up. So
So now Singscar's on. Everybody's looking to be on the medium compound
medium
tires.
compound.
Let's
I mean,
see here.
smart to go on the
Singscar-
harder of the two compounds at least. Oh, that is a lot of understeer.
Oh, a little sliding there from Beef Baby.
See, now Beef Baby was better in the dry in qualifying, but his SingScar's race pace better than Beef Baby's.
We're going to see here Beef Baby's looking really good for a track that just dried out. He's looking pretty, I mean, as the rear is sliding just a little bit as I say that.
He's just putting really a little extra heat in there.
Oh, yeah, you know, what you do. So the grid has now really spaced out with that second pit stop. So we're seeing everything here in France. Absolute deluge. A safety car, of all things, which is the rarest of forms in an online race.
Codemasters.
For real. So a real safety car, an absolute pouring of rain, multiple wrecks, and now it's dry. So we've got about 11, not 11, my math is bad, 9 laps of racing here in France. Beef Baby's now about 2 seconds behind SingScar. SingScar with a 5-second time penalty.
He's closing up a lot of time, but
he is.
He's using a lot of ERS to catch up, and SingScar is not using any.
Yeah, I'm noticing that as well. SingScar's in only in medium ERS, while Beef Baby is in overtake. So he's using a ton right now. He might be trying to just get into the DRS of the Ferrari ahead of him. So that could be interesting. However, Beef Baby does struggle a little bit with the track limits, and now that it's dry, he's going to want to make sure he doesn't get a little overconfident and start cutting the track.
That's true, or even pushing, just extending a little bit, because the extensions are just as bad as the cutscene.
And that's the thing. This track's really tough for that. These drivers are well aware of it, so they just got to be extra careful here. About 1.6 seconds between the two currently.
See, now he's doing the right thing. Now he's putting it into low and none. He's building up some of that ERS again, but it's to the point where the damage would have been done. You don't have enough ERS to make any moves, and SingScar's got all the ERS in the world to defend from the moves.
Yeah. Might have been a bit of a mistake there from the Red Bull.
Can we just take a minute to notice that Exia right now is legitimately having the race of his life?
Yeah, he's doing quite well in the Toro Rosso. From qualifying to the race, he's done very, very well to avoid any incident and to drive a really clean race. Nuglife as well. Nuglife and Methods have both moved up 7 spots from the start.
Yeah, I'm looking at the race breakdown on our point sheet right now, and this is Exia's best race of the season, which means probably of his
fast
VRL
laps.
career. See, that's what I was telling you, was like in qualifying, Beef Baby was just like the class of the field. But now in the race, like, is SingScar confident at France? Is he like just trying to survive because of the penalty and he's just waiting until Beef Baby burns his stuff out? There's a lot of games going on right now. I'm not entirely sure.
But look at the times. So SingScar is able to keep it at medium ERS while also maintaining a lot of like that percentage, while Beef Baby's having to keep it in low, and he's got almost, actually a little less than half of what the Ferrari does, and he's not really gaining any time at the moment.
And their laps are within a tenth of each other. Less than a tenth is their best laps. And they're a full second faster than the rest of the field. I guess we'll see now that they're moving on to lap 3 on these mediums right now, so we'll start seeing if the race pace is balanced out or if someone's just got a little bit of an advantage. Because if it's only a tenth, either
really good through here.
Beef Baby is really good through here. It is scary how good he is.
So smooth, and this track is so flowy to the point where, like, if you get offline, it's really hard to recover that. So looking good here.
SingScar is starting to cut
previous
down.
lap.
Yeah, SingScar is starting to cut down on his time.
He's turning up the wick a little bit. He's currently got his ERS in high.
2 seconds is a gap, so it's enough to where if one of them makes a mistake, it could change the race.
Yeah, he's got to be feeling at least a little bit comfortable. That 5-second penalty looming over his head is not going to make him feel great. Jules gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh yeah, Snakescar really kind of pulling away from him now. He's an overtake at the straight, so he is pushing hard to get away from the Red Bull. He just used up a lot of his deployment though, so now we're kind of seeing a reverse, and these guys can't tell, you know, what their other driver's doing. Baby's now saving his ERS while Sid is pushing like a madman. Also, Henchman's on the soft compound of tires. He just set the fastest lap of the race.
Sinkscar just burnt out all his ERS though, trying to get away
and
from
Beef Baby has
and now Beef Baby has lots of ERS. Yeah, so this is just turning into a game of like Slinky. I'm gonna pull out the gap and then I'm gonna save all my stuff and then you're gonna close the gap and burn all your stuff.
This is the primary battle going on here on the track. After that pit stop, the drivers kind of spaced out a little bit. So Sinkscar pushing right now. He's at 4% of his ERS. Now BJB turns it up into overtake, so he's going to push.
Sinkscar should be going into 0 ERS through this entire section. There we go. That's what I want to see.
There he goes. BJB's not doing the same. BJB's an overtake right now.
Yeah, when you go through all these tight sections, you should be using 0 ERS. Because you're not going to gain any time by putting it in overtake. And if you do, it's barely, like it's qualifying time. You'll be picking up hundreds, if not thousands of a second.
You can see how powerful that ERS is on the straight, though. He's made up about 3/10 in that one straight alone, turns it down to medium now. So now they're kind of evened out on their ERS.
Yeah, about that. 10% either which way. This is
2.5 seconds.
Now they're back down straight to even. Beef Baby he's got the pace. He's
turned on that ERS, dude.
Yeah, he just bad, like not the greatest at managing their ERS. There's 5 laps left. This is the point where you should be using all of it, but you should also be saving a ton of it.
So
like
look at that. With the course of the straight, Sinkscar was 3 seconds clear, and he's now within 2 seconds.
Yeah, Beef Baby Sector 2 and Sector 3 is unbelievably fast. See, what I think these drivers should be doing is when they're in low ERS or none, they should be rich on fuel and then flip it the other way. If you're using high ERS, go to medium or at least rich if you have the fuel to spare. But you should also always be compensating for what you don't have. So if you're saving battery, you're burning a little bit of
laps. 4.5 laps here remaining here in France. And a doozy of a race for Split 2. It's always so exciting. The sun is now shining. You wouldn't have known that if you saw the beginning of this race where it was an absolute
About 40 minutes ago, you would see almost nighttime levels of darkness. And now we're back to a bright, sunny day. Great.
So Beef Baby, he's got 0 ERS right now. But he's had it on in the corners, so now they're both in 0. A little bit more for Beef Baby than Sinkscar. You're gonna save up a ton. See, even through that corner right there, he just saved so much deployment going into 0 through that corner.
ERS doesn't just regenerate off of braking, it also regenerates off of coasting.
Yeah. And there's a lot of corners through France where that's exactly what you're doing. We're going to see what the ERS does here. Medium for Sinkscar, high for Beef Baby. Oh,
Beef Baby's now
pushing.
overtake. Oh, now high. You only really need overtake for a little bit on the straights. Just to kind of get the car up to top speed quicker than the other car. Or 1.7 seconds. Could this come down to what everybody's been wanting to see for 3 weeks in a row, which is these two have a fair battle on track?
Well, you also do have the 5-second time penalty of Sinkscar. So
That's true, but depending on which way... See, I don't think Beef Baby knows that SingScar has a penalty. I just think he sees
This is
like
true.
the golden chalice at the end of this tunnel right now. And he wants it so bad. And SingScar is just defending. He's trying to shake Beef Baby. But Beef Baby's just like, nah dude, you have this chalice and I want it.
That's
really
that
racing
save his
nature.
ERS here. And the low here needs to be completely off. 1.8 seconds doesn't seem to be able to gain any through that section.
1.7. Everybody else is kind of just out right now. Not like, sorry that we're not jumping on you during the stream, but there's all the actions at the front.
Jules,
so
as I say that, Jules goes right past Slingshot, hopped on there right before it happened, gets past him on the straight. Nice little bout of midfield action.
Well, Jules is up into P8 now. Considering last week he didn't have the best of races, this is a huge triumph for him.
We've got 3 laps remaining here in France. 1.8 seconds separates P1 from P2. A battle of ERS, a battle of strategy for these top 2 drivers. And see SingScar saving so much of that deployment. He's got about 50% for this straight. He's going to put it in the medium. Beef Baby got 25%, has it in low. Now 0.
I don't even know what to say. This is such a good race. I'm like bamboozled right now.
So
Slingshot is on the
SingScar.
back of Jules.
And gets a 3-second time limit.
Well, there goes that. Well, they might have a penalty. Like, Jules might have a penalty. Never know. Jules has 2 penalties. And
both of these drivers are now at 0 ERS.
Slingshot has
wide
1.
for SingScar and then wide for Beef Baby. These tires have to be going for these drivers. A mistake from both of them. That was the opportunity Beef Baby wanted to close that gap a little bit, maybe within 1 second, but that definitely was cost him.
They're even on ERS. 100% even. Now it's just who's got more fuel. Now we're coming down to weights. Like, whoever's got more fuel right now is the slower of the 2 cars. These 2 are so even on pace right now, it's just unbelievable how close they are. They're within 3/10 of each other on fast times.
Beef Baby is saving all that ERS, or sorry, SingScar is saving that ERS while Beef Baby is pushing like a madman in a hot lap right now.
Yeah, but Beef Baby is basically within DRS.
Oh man. He's within about a second, but he needs to save that ERS. SingScar is going to be able to absolutely fly on that final lap if he can just save. So BD puts it into 0. He's now within a second. As I say that, the gap goes back up to about 1.2. Yeah.
But this is where Beef Baby is strongest on this track right now. Sector 2 and Sector 3 is where Beef Baby makes up all his time.
Oh, as you say, Skeppy!
I know.
Stop talking! These tires, and that's the thing, I was thinking about that. These guys are pushing so hard, and the tires can only take so much. So SingScar hard on the brakes. They're not going to make the same mistake as the last lap. 1.97, a lot more ERS for SingScar than Beef Baby. So it's going to come down to the final lap. Looking like good for SingScar.
On these tires already.
Eggsy is currently cruising in P3, so he's going to be feeling pretty good, about 2 seconds clear of Mitch.
Now,
yeah, 2.5 seconds now for Beef Baby.
I think he's just going to ride it out and hope there's a penalty. He's just going to try to keep it within 3 seconds. Even though I don't think he knows that SingScar has a 5-second penalty, which will be more than likely reviewed by the steward.
Slingshot just lost it in that double left and the double right-hander in Sector 3. Low on fuel there for Beef Baby. His lights flashing.
If it's flashing red, it's not that big a deal. It's when it starts getting to yellow is when it gets scary.
Yeah, Beef
Beef
Baby's lost
Baby,
a lot of time on this lap
3
alone.
seconds. These tires are toast. SingScar, I think, is just hoping to open 5 seconds before the end of the race, which I don't think he can make
He
up
is
2 seconds.
sending it through these corners. He's pushing really hard.
Yeah, he is. And this is where mistakes happen, though. I mean, if I commentator curse one, I should just be able to do the other. At least make this exciting, right? 3.6
here from SingScar, but I don't think it's going to be enough. SingScar rounds the final corner with the time penalty. However, he's rounding it off, so he crosses the line. P1, Mr. Beef Baby's going to cross behind him with the effective time. No, Beef Baby is still P2. So I don't know what's happened if SingScar had the 5-second time penalty. But SingScar, your winner currently here in France, not sure what's going on. Exia takes P3, Mitch P4, like me or not, rounding the final corner here. A good result for the Toro Rossos.
He doesn't have a penalty. So.
Oh, like me or not gets P4 off of the time penalties from Mitch. So P4 and P3 for the Toro Rossos. A great result for the Constructors' Championship.
That is incredible.
Got some action going on behind. Oh, Slingshot, Phantom, and Henchman are pushing at the very end of this race on board with Phantom. 6/10 behind Henchman. Methods crosses the line, P7. Jules is going to cross the line here momentarily, but I'm currently on board with Phantom. He's pushing. P10. Trying to get P9 pushes really wide there, trying to fly through these corners. Henchman on those soft compound tires. Into the final turn, a little bit of a cut.
Oh,
GK Phantom is a 3-second time penalty for pushing. Henchman crosses the line, P9, Phantom P10, but Slingshot with the penalties might have nicked P10. P9 for Slingshot, so he jumped two drivers.
Just posted in the chat that the 5-second penalty was a stop-go, and that's why they closed up the Scar at the midpoint of the race.
Oh.
That would make sense as to why that didn't switch. Thank you, Chandler. Much appreciated.
So did he serve the 5-second stop-go whenever he pitted for the new tires?
I would believe so.
Oh, okay, cool. Apologies for the MIF celebration because we weren't sure what was happening.
Coughing like crazy.
You're good. So it is SingScar who goes from P2, wins the race. A absolute thriller here in France. Beef Baby P2, Exia P3. Like me or not, P4. So at the conclusion of that race, Skeppy, who do you have to give driver of the day to?
I don't even know. Nuglife?
I think there's a lot. Nuglife, yeah, looked. Oh yeah, P13 to P5, no penalties. Extremely impressive.
He put on the drive of his life to try to maximize what he could, and he did.
Really, really impressive stuff from the Toro Rossos this year. Have really been the team to watch for me. They've been so impressive all throughout every single race. They're just a real treat to watch. But I think SingScar really just absolutely fantastic. I mean, every single race weekend looked so good. Doesn't get pole. You know, Mr. Beefy kind of nicks him in the dry. But SingScar is able to pull it out, keeps it clean in the rain, keeps it clean through all the adversity, and ends up with the win. So unbelievable stuff from the Ferrari driver.
So let's grab, where is he? SingScar. Let's grab him, bring him in for the podium interview.
Get Beef Baby.
And we'll have Beef Baby. And my boy, Exia.
Exia. Bit of a long stream here with the rain. Makes the race a little bit longer, so we are pushing 80 minutes here. So for our 15 current viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. We are so happy to have you here. We're happy to have anybody who rewatches this race, but we're stoked to have you here to enjoy this racing.
For all the drivers who are in here, your podium drivers, please include your audio into the stream. That would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, it's checked.
It's
Thanks.
checked as well.
Still waiting on SingScar here, but
I'm gonna send. You can go forth and ask questions. I'll see if I can get him in here really quick.
all right. So Beef Baby P2 for you. Really, really good
There he
race.
is.
Qualifying effort looked really good. Congrats on the pole position.
Mm.
How did you feel in that race? Where did you feel that SingScar kind of nicked you during the course of the race?
Um, well, I mean, Sync's got some outrageous pace to, begin with that. I don't think anyone's gonna argue that, but no, definitely my tire management needs to be worked on quite a bit, as I'm sure you guys saw.
It
I mean,
was. I mean,
you were
it's tough.
driving
Yeah.
like a madman, and I loved it. You were just like the last stint. I couldn't even handle how I was like, man, is he gonna like? Is he catching him? Is he saving in the right spots? Like, what's going on? And then I gave you the commentator's curse, and I felt so bad.
That's 2 for 2.
I'm the worst, man. It's terrible.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if we didn't have the safety car, it could have been a different race. But yeah.
It's possible. It's
So
possible.
let's. So SingScar, congratulations on yet another race win here. Your season has been so good so far. How did that race feel for you?
To be fair, that was probably one of the best drives. That at the start was immense. I don't know how people
Yeah,
got
that
to
was
the track
rough.
during that time. Yeah, I was surprised about safety car as well. I have seen it before, but
That was yeah. That was going to be my next
I'll-
question for all of you guys. What did you think when the safety car came out in the middle of nowhere?
Pissed.
that saved my bacon.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's what I said in the stream. I was like, Beefy's got to be so mad because SingScar just got blessed with that safety car.
Oh, yeah, because of that little slide I had. Yeah, that definitely saved me.
So my question is going to be for Exia. This was
Yes.
your best drive of your career with BRL so far. Just walk me through your race. What happened? Like stint through stint,
so-
what happened?
Formation lap, I was like, okay, I gotta save ERS, so I turned it all the way down, and then once we got out to the line, and by the time I realized it, I went, oh, my ERS is on none. This is great. And with the heavy rain, I was just like, well, hopefully I could get a really good start. I gotta start. And then I watched both racing points get past me, and I just went, all right, I love the rain. I love racing in the rain. So I was actually kind of mad that the rain, went away
Subsided?
sooner than it did. Yeah, because I felt like with the rain, I had a chance of like keeping up with SingScar and Beef Baby. Mostly just because I don't know, I love it. I just love racing in it. But other than that, I mean, once it started drying up, I knew I had the pace from qualifying and that, and then I just had to try to keep a gap between Mitch, and I managed to keep it between like 2.7 through the whole race, just because I didn't know if I had a time penalty or anything else like that.
For sure. It was an incredible race, great drive. You all put on incredible races today. Everybody who races for BRL and Split 2 did great. There was a couple mistakes, but it happens. It's racing. Incidents happen. People make mistakes. It's okay. But you guys did great. That was awesome. I loved watching it.
Yeah, that was a really really exciting race, you guys. That was something to behold.
Cheers.
So then, as I had mentioned for intermission, the slight few announcements that I have to make is that Breakout Racing League is going to stay in the unranked lobbies instead of doing the league mode. League mode in this game is absolutely broken. Codemasters cannot get their crap together. It's fine. Our schedule for the upcoming weeks, this is for all the people watching on the stream right now. Our schedule for the upcoming weeks is going to be Fridays at 11 p.m. is Split 1 for the Formula 1 division. Saturday mornings at 4 a.m. Eastern would be Breakout Racing League Apex, or Asia Pacific division that we just opened up. It's 7 p.m. Australian time. I want to say New Zealand time, whatever. Sundays, our drivers take the AOR. Mondays, we have Split 2. And then the two new divisions that are going to be coming up right away is the Dirt Rally 2.0 division is coming back, and the Project Cars 2 Endurance League is starting. Their signups are in 5 days, and they will be posted to our Twitter. It would be twitter.com/BreakoutRLF1, I believe. But that is all I have to say, so I'm going to leave it to Adam to close out the stream.
Alrighty, so thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. Split 2 races are always such a treat to watch, such a treat to commentate. So shout out to all these guys who are providing such excellent racing. We are so happy to have you guys here. Happy every Monday, every Friday, anytime we're streaming. To have all you viewers, those who watch live, thank you. Those who watch the replays, thank you. Thank you to all of our affiliates who make this possible. All the guys that Skeppy listed earlier, Gamer Grind, Into the AM,
Into
Rogue
the
Energy.
AM.
Yes,
Vertigo.
all these
All
guys.
those guys.
Vertigo, yes. So they do a really excellent job for us, and we appreciate all the support, everybody who takes all the effort to make this possible. So thank you so much for tuning in. We look forward to having you next time for some more racing.